I'm inside of the machine. Can you hear it? It's like a... constant. I live inside of a machine. Uh-oh. Yeah, I live inside of a machine, so I decided to break the rules and leave the machine. That's the thing the machine didn't see coming. I broke out of the machine. I'm now currently back in the machine. You can hear it in the background, because I have to come back every 18 hours. That's where the Earth's at right now. You can go outside for up to 18 hours without having to spend 12 straight hours in the machine. Doesn't seem so bad. It's kind of like a new night-day thing a little bit, except for the part where you die if you stay out past 18 days or if you come up short of 12 hours. And also the balance is imperfect, so you never know. Weird way to live. So I go outside. I've learned to live outside in this changed world, unlike anything that we imagined. Even though we thought we were so smart in our imaginings. We thought we were doing it right. We thought we had it all figured out. And then what happened? What happened? We thought we had it figured out. That was the problem. Thinking you've got it figured out. When your species is so numerous that it affects the entire landscape based on how it eats, shits, fucks, and breathes. Well, it's a problem when you fuck up the operation of that species. Anywho, I'm in the machine. I'm about to go into the other room. Inside the machine. The arbitrarium. I must go into the arbitrarium. At least once a day. Or I will cease to have a connection with my soul. Oh, shit. What? That's a real thing? That's a real thing. They didn't anticipate. When we moved to outer space, they didn't anticipate that the soul matters, and the soul comes from the earth. We're a part of something. Well, we'll just fuck off and go over here in deep cold space and be fine. Oh, God. We're a part of something. So, we didn't realize disconnecting from the soul would kill us. That's one of the reasons I'm back here. Doing my job. And I have to go into the arbitrarium to make sure that my soul stays active. That's it. Just keeping the soul active. We failed to do. So now it's part of my daily cycle as a program of the, things I have to run through in order to be reminded of my human form. Have I not told you what I am? It just occurred to me. I didn't tell you what I really am. Did I make it clear that my biological being is a projection? A visual, digital manifestation. I don't have what you would consider a body. Have I not given you my full backstory? I apologize. So all the humans had to leave the Earth because of what the humans did to the Earth. We relocated to the outer 3 solar systems only to discover that the Earth was so out of balance, and we were so tied to the center of the Earth, as in the center of the Earth is tied to our centers. We are like points on a line. We are connected, this Earth and this species. So even if we got far, far away, our species was still struggling. So we had to come back here and fix the Earth up, get it back in balance. And no one was here to run the machines. We built machines that could do it, but someone had to kind of keep an eye on the machines. But we'd fucked up the Earth so bad, no one could live here. So they sent me. I'm a program. Weird. Very weird being a program. I am a program, and you are watching a program. The machines add skin, a mustache in this case. They complete an avatar based on your neurological profile. However it is you see a human being, it maps onto me. So you think I'm a human. Crazy, right? Well, it gets crazier. Because I, the program, am actually, hang on to your butts, a distillation of a specific human being. We figured out how to turn a human being into a program so it could survive in the machines. Well done. Good on us. Tricked nature on that one. So I'm in the weird limbo in between, where you see me as some sort of human being, and I, deep, deep down, am a human being, but in the current moment of my life, I am but a program, hoping to return to being human by operating the machines that will allow you to return. And upon your return, I will enter again as a body. because we figured that out as well. How to take a program and turn it into a human body. Pretty amazing shit. So I will be the first one transferred back into a body after spending my time here as a program in the machine. And I am beginning that process. Today I went out for 18 hours. Outside is a being, and it is a wonder to behold. The earth is nothing like what you left behind. It is scattered and scarred from what it was before. You bleached it, you burnt it, you broke it. You sucked its spirit and life out. Crazy. But of course, life is not extinguishable. Life doesn't care if it's human. So the next form of life that came along could thrive in your waste. A new breed of consciousness has come to the earth. Biological beings reacting to the waste of the human experiment. Taking all that we knew, but integrating it into the wholeness of the organism of the earth itself. Fucking humans, but super conscious. So they're not really humans. Because they sure don't act like what we think of as humans. These new life forms are a beauty beyond imagination. They are sunsets as capillaries. They are wings as a body. They are a network of fibrous illuminations as a psyche. They are everything all at once. They can adapt and change so completely with the environment. They become one with it because they had to survive in the shit that we left. Crazy. The being, the conscious biological being that came into existence after humans left and lived on their waste, mastered the art we could not, living in balance, using the skills of our intelligence and adaptability and creativity to transform themselves constantly to fit perfectly into the world. They can become anything they want. It's fucking amazing. They can transform their bodies in a moment's notice. They can take on the shape of anything in nature because they are at one with nature. They do not cease to be the individual they are. They remain the individual they are even as they become anything. They are a sight to behold. And I beheld them today for about 18 hours. Hell of a day out there. I like hanging out with them quite a lot. Mount Ocean Tribe. We've come to call ourselves, you know. They didn't really have a name, but I was like, we need a name. And they were like, we? You've been here a day. And I was like, it feels like a we to me. Because I've been alone for 16 years. So, yeah, hanging out with them for 18 hours, I thought, what are we up to? What's the gang going to do tonight? I'll be there. I like these creatures a lot. And they said, okay, you want a name? You need a name for us? And I said, yes, please. I would like to know who to call when I want to hang out for a great time. Please call me. I'm in. I want to be part of the group. And they said, okay, how about we call ourselves the Mount Ocean Tribe? And I thought about it for a second. I was like, wow, that's really an apt name. They've done a great job. The motion of the ocean inside the physical. Let's not forget about the waves. Structural, defined by motion. All going together. Yeah, the Mount Ocean Tribe. So, yeah, we had a hell of a time today. They don't have a name for it, of course. I guess I would call it Peak Limbic Experience. Peak Limbic Experience. You might say, what do you mean by Peak Limbic Experience? And unfortunately, I would have to answer with, you don't fucking know. You don't know what peak limbic experience is. You've never had it. It would be pointless for me to describe. Your imagination only has the threshold of your experience. I will tell you this as a former kind of human thing who had a similar limbic experience to you, and now having experienced peak limbic experience, I would say that peak limbic experience compared to just limbic experience is 22 times better. It is incomparable. It's not the same thing. It's not the same experience of being alive. When you're in peak limbic experience, the concept of pain disappears. Pain is resistance. The Mount Ocean Tribe doesn't experience resistance. Their inner flow, their inner light, their inner wishes, whatever they aspire, feel, want to reflect, instantaneously manifests physically so that the being integrates with the environment perfectly and goes where it needs to go to achieve whatever that moment called for it to achieve. It's pure consciousness, divine, enlightened, happy consciousness, just ripping around as a single person in an infinite array of bodies. All the bodies that exist everywhere. Human consciousness has entered the entire world by eliminating humans. Crazy. At least humans the way we used to think of them, stuck in one body for their whole life. Those old humans obsessed with changing the environment so it could remain at ease. I want to eat and lie here without doing any of the things that fit here, so I have to build walls and trenches and irrigation and oil and energy and Option B, we learn that we can simply change ourselves rather than change the environment. I could become a jellyfish, become a pelican, become another form, so instantaneously and so completely adapted that the idea of form would cease to exist, because it's just a flowing thing. You're just zipping around with the light, the ultimate experience. Everything we aspired to in the old world and failed so spectacularly at getting. Repeating the same mistakes over and over, just giving them new names with new cultures. Failing to address the fundamental problem. The thing to change is not the environment, meaning that we must mold and shape it to our whims and wishes. The thing to change with our massive intelligence and massive capacity as a giant species is ourselves. They figured it out. Thankfully, they're willing to pass it to us. That's what I'm in training for. The habits they accrue from being human in this new way that has no pain or resistance amplifies every part of who they are. So the experience of being alive is more vivid, more profound, more spiritual. Everything you experience as a human that you love is 10 times more because of the habits you accrue without pain. So that's like 10 times better without pain, another 10 times better because of the amplification, and then just the experience of each of those, just experiencing what it's like with no pain and what the habits of non-pain yield in terms of integration. That's its own 2 times better, so it's 22 times better. Peak limbic experience. So it's nothing like the human experience. Some of them look like humans, but they're not. Trust me, I've hung out with humans. These are not humans. Kindness is not a word they have because they don't understand its opposite. You can only know what kindness is when you know what hate is. They live in a perpetual state of kindness. So like the fish in the water who doesn't know that they're in water. The sublimely kind don't even realize they're kind. They don't know what it is. They don't know how not to be. And they are more diverse than anything you've seen. Each individual is an iconic, symbolic representation of the person being inside. They all strut their stuff. Specifically, individually, colors, stances, growths, movements, speeches, like nothing you've seen. Each its own color and aspect, even where some have similarities. And all recognize the common bond. And all honor the different variation. It's really, really fun to hang out with the Mount Ocean tribe, which I've been doing for more of the day than not. And it's affecting me still here. It's affecting how I feel in the machine. I'm not doing well with the machine. There's a repetition to it that feels like a weight on my chest. Like it's locked. And I don't know what's in there. And that horrifies me. My time as a program in the machine is eating away at me, I feel like. And I don't know if I could get it back. It's a haunting feeling to feel like a ghost. To know that your most vibrant, impactful self is in the past. You're no longer vital. You're an apparition. It feels horrible to feel myself becoming that. And yet what other alternative is there? This cycle of life between humans requires humans, it turns out. It's not just resource management. I'm proving it. I'm dissipating. And yet today I hung out with the Mount Ocean tribe and became reacquainted with the possibility of my own bliss, of my own salvation, of my own divine righted manifestation to be my fullest potential. That's how I felt around the Mount Ocean tribe. It's given me strength and hope. And from that, I'm feeling like an effervescent glow around my edges. That where I thought I was receding and turning to ghost, I am in fact still alive and emanating. And the hope of that, the promise of that, the reconstitution of that is not only recalibrating my program, but beginning to articulate and grow cells. The machine is responding to my change by growing cells that I will inhabit. And it is beginning to integrate me with those cells as they grow. My consciousness and my red blood cells are beginning to have a relationship at the fundamental atomic level of space, the space between the muons and quarks The void consciousness of my cells and me are beginning to syncopate. So by the time my biology is ready, I will be able to join the Mount Ocean tribe. I will have become, again, a human, in a capacity without pain, with fundamental amplification, full integration, to live in a magical, what would seem mystical paradise from the point of view of old humans. That's what awaits me. I am ready to leave the machine, and I have amazing news. If I can survive out there, that means you can come back. I am like a canary, but in reverse, the gray canary. If I can live here, now, then so can you. The machine can de-escalate your human form, distill it, run it through the program machine so that when it reconstitutes just as the thing it was before, no loss or gain in what you are, its cells are integrated at the space level. Void consciousness will have danced between matter and mind. So you will be you exactly as you are, but it will be an entirely different experience. The peak limbic experience, the mystical, the divine. Those are the words that we would use from the old view. So as you follow my journey, know that you're following yours, and we are getting closer. I can feel it. I can feel it because I am feeling fuller. The proximity of reintegration into humanity and the human species into the world calls all of us and strengthens us and gives us hope and direction and purpose, and in so doing animates our bodies and beings. I'm feeling that again, which means we are close. The best of us is only now about to come forth. The greatness of humanity is in the future. There is reason to believe all will be well. There is a path we can take. It is available, even through our worst. I have come back and seen what we became in response to our wickedness, our disconnect, when we recognized the danger and dysfunction of those. The species that came after us thrived the way we always dreamed, and they are welcoming us back as them. Pretty cool fucking deal. Seahorse Tiger. I look forward to seeing you soon.